Hello, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I'm Lucas Fernandez, and welcome to the Black and Gold News channel. Here you'll get all the latest about the Steelers, straight from the NFL. And today, we're going to talk about a bombshell prediction made by a former league quarterback about Mason Rudolph. Before we start, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any Steelers news. And of course, comment below what you think about Mason Rudolph's return. Now, what's really heating up for the Steelers this offseason is the situation with quarterback Mason Rudolph. Former NFL QB Dan Orlovsky went straight to the point during ESPN's calendar show and dropped a prediction nobody wanted to hear. He believes if Rudolph starts the season as the starter, the Steelers could go 0-6 in the first few weeks. Orlovsky isn't alone in this view. He pointed out that the Steelers' offense lacks big names on the perimeter. Basically, DK Metcalf is the main target. Because of that, the lack of offensive weapons could weigh heavily on Mason, who has only started 10 games in the last 6 NFL seasons. Looking at the schedule, the first games aren't against unbeatable teams. New York Jets, Seattle Seahawks, New England Patriots, and Minnesota Vikings are coming up. Teams that, according to the analyst, have better quarterback situations and could make life difficult for Mason. Another commentator, Louis Riddick, also agrees that these early games could be a tough test, precisely because of the difference in leadership among the opposing teams. All this creates a lot of pressure for Rudolph, and until Aaron Rodgers signs with the Steelers, this concern remains alive. But don't worry, Mason has talent, has shown quality at times, and could surprise. However, it's undeniable that the team is in a delicate situation in such an important position. Now let's talk about a hope for the Steelers. Linebacker Jalen Carter from Georgia is one of the most talked about names for the 2025 draft and is on the franchise's radar. Jalen is known for his physical strength, speed, and tactical intelligence, traits that could have an immediate impact on Pittsburgh's defense. He had a brilliant college season with over 80 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks, as well as being recognized as a leader on the field. The Steelers have already shown interest in Jalen during the combine and in private meetings, impressed with his ability to adapt to different defensive schemes. With doubts in the team's linebacker core and the need for more pressure on opposing quarterbacks, Carter could be the missing piece to strengthen this area. If selected, he is expected to receive a lot of attention in training and could become a starter in his rookie season. The expectation is that his aggressive style and natural talent will help balance the team, especially if the offense continues to struggle under Mason Rudolph's command. Rodgers, who is looking for a new home after a tough situation with the Jets, appears as an immediate solution to the problems at the Steelers' offensive helm. His talent and experience could bring stability and transform the team's offensive dynamics. On the other side, the Jets want to secure good assets to open space on their roster, and rumors indicate the Steelers could offer a high 2025 draft pick or even a promising young player to seal the deal. If completed, this trade could accelerate the Steelers' rebuild and give the team a better chance to compete in the playoffs next season, as well as bring peace of mind to fans worried about the team's future. However, there is still no official confirmation, and the team continues to evaluate its options while closely watching how the situation unfolds. So, fans, what do you think about the possible arrival of Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers? Will Mason Rudolph manage to surprise, or does the team really need an experienced QB? And what's your opinion about the future of our offense? Today we have a topic that's generating a lot of buzz in the NFL: the possible arrival of Cooper Kupp to Steel City for next season. Could this be the signing that the Pittsburgh Steelers offense needs to take a leap in quality and become contenders again in an increasingly competitive division? Let's take a detailed look at this rumor that has raised great expectations among fans and experts. For those who don't know, Cooper Kupp was recently released by the Los Angeles Rams, the team where he spent his entire 8-season professional career. Kupp is not only a receiver with great stats, but he was one of the main stars of the Rams' recent golden era, leading an explosive offense and earning Super Bowl MVP honors in the 2021 season, a campaign that will go down in history. During that magical season, Kupp posted impressive numbers: 145 receptions for 1,947 yards and 16 touchdowns. These stats not only made him the most dominant receiver in the entire NFL but were also key to the Rams winning the championship. His ability to get open, route precision, and hunger for catching balls in high-pressure situations made him indispensable. However, since then, his production has dropped notably due to injuries and a contract that became too costly for Los Angeles, who, after failing to trade him, decided to release him to free up roster space. Now a free agent, Cooper Kupp is available for any franchise looking to add an experienced, talented receiver capable of changing the pace of a game. That's where the Steelers come in. This team, with a rich history and big ambitions, is looking to refresh its offense and provide young quarterback Kenny Pickett with more weapons to compete in the AFC North, a division that has become fierce, with very strong rivals like the Baltimore Ravens and Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers have struggled to find a true, game-changer receiver in recent years. Their offense has relied heavily on the running game led by Najee Harris, and although they have receivers like Deontay Johnson, the absence of a deep threat who can create explosive plays has been clear. Cooper Kupp, though not at his peak, still has the talent, intelligence, and experience to elevate Pittsburgh to another offensive level. One of Kupp's strongest points is his ability to create space against defenses. He's not just a receiver who catches the ball. He's a master at reading coverages, running routes with surgical precision, and gaining yards after the catch. This could perfectly complement an offense that needs more dynamism and variety to avoid being predictable. His versatility to line up in different positions and his strong work ethic could fit very well in the Steelers' scheme. Regarding the financial side, Kupp still has 2 years left on his last contract, a deal worth around $80 million, with nearly $20 million guaranteed for the next season. Although this may seem like a heavy burden, the Steelers have some salary cap flexibility and, if they negotiate smartly, could tailor the contract to their needs to avoid long-term problems. This is key since NFL teams have limited maneuvering room when building a competitive roster. Another important factor is the impact Kupp's arrival could have on Kenny Pickett's development, the young quarterback trying to establish himself as the offensive leader in his second year. Having a receiver with Kupp's quality and experience would give Pickett more confidence and better options to throw to, especially in high-pressure situations near the end zone. This could accelerate Pickett's growth and provide him with tools to better manage close games. From the fans' perspective, the possible addition of Kupp represents a breath of fresh air and hope for a team that always strives to be competitive and doesn't want to fall behind in an increasingly demanding AFC North. With rivals building powerful rosters, the Steelers need players who can truly make a difference on the field, and Cooper Kupp could be just the piece missing to push Pittsburgh into more solid playoff contention and become a serious contender. That said, not everything is rosy. Kupp's age and recent injuries raise reasonable doubts. At 31 years old, he's no longer young, and in recent seasons he has suffered physical setbacks that limited his performance. His last season was far less spectacular than 2021, with only 710 yards and 6 touchdowns. However, many analysts and scouts maintain that Kupp is still a valuable receiver who, in the right environment, can regain his best form and contribute greatly to a team like the Steelers. Additionally, Pittsburgh's strong work culture and discipline could provide the ideal environment for Kupp to find the stability he needs to perform at his best. The team's history as a strong franchise with a united locker room and committed coaching staff could give him the support to overcome his physical issues and shine again in the NFL. In summary, Cooper Kupp's possible arrival to the Steelers is news generating a lot of excitement and could change Pittsburgh's offensive outlook. A receiver of his talent and experience could be the key piece to truly compete, offer more options to Pickett, and keep alive the dream of fighting for a championship again. And you, what do you think? Do you believe Cooper Kupp will be a fundamental reinforcement for the Steelers? Do you think he can recover his form and help Pickett take that next step we all hope for? Or do you think his age and injuries represent too big a risk for the franchise? Leave your comments below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates about the Steelers and all of the NFL. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's go Steelers!